Hello and welcome to the Organic Beehive, where today's video I am going to share with you probably the easiest tutorial out there. I'm going to be sharing how I make my jar toppers. So much strawberry jam because we picked so many strawberries. We needed something to do with them. And we canned it and they're sitting in our pantry. But as a mom, I have, mundane tasks that I do day in and day out. And one of them is cooking. And with cooking, you need some added inspiration and motivation sometimes. And that can come in easy ways like a beautiful organized fridge or an organized pantry. And of course you can add a little bit more to the pantry or fridge with baskets and storage bins, and that's great. But today's tutorial only takes scrap fabric. Scrap fabric is going to be used for your jar toppers. So now whenever you head into your pantry to make another dinner that you may not be motivated to do, you can open up the pantry and see those jar toppers and hopefully be inspired again, because it's like you're shopping in a cute little country store. This is definitely not a necessity. I've got two sizes here and I'll show you how to make one for each one. And please don't get caught up so much in the measurements and things like that. There's character to maybe the frays that happen or the unevenness when you cut. So there are times when, yes, I will use a ruler and try and be a little more precise. But honestly, this time around, I pretty much free-handed it. So all you really need to do is cut out a piece of fabric into a square. Like, honestly, that is all you need to do, but it does bring so much charm to all the cans of things that you may have preserved. All you want to do is, I think this says, let's see, what is this measured at? Okay, this is about 5.5 by 5.5 by 5.5. And then we've got this is the wide mouth canning jar, and it looks like the diameter is 3.5. So this is 2 inches longer, but like, you can play with the different measurements if you want. If you want it nice and long coming over the sides, that's okay too. But 5.5 by 5.5, I'm gonna try this out, but see how it covers the whole jar? That's perfect. So obviously you're gonna want more than the 3.5 diameter of the lid. So what I'll do is I will just take the piece of fabric, put it on top of the jar, and then you can add just the rubber band if you want. This is easy. Now I can kind of see that it might be a little short here. So I actually did not do this length for all my other wide mouth jars. I believe I did 7 inches all around, but it was really long on the sides. So it did seem to go around the jar, and you can leave it like that, or you could also take some twine. So you might just cut some. Let me cut it really quick. And I'll keep the rubber band on to hold it in place, but I'll just tie your normal knot. And then I'll go ahead and, as you can see, this is hard. I take the rubber band off, and now you have this cute little jar topper. I think it just elevates it a little bit, and like I said, now when I go into the pantry, I feel like I'm shopping at a little country store, but this is my little country store, and it just, now I'm gonna go ahead and do, this is the regular mouth jar, and I believe I did 5 inches by 5 inches for this one. So actually, and I did want to mention this fabric, I don't know, it's like an antique fabric. I just found it at the thrift store. So now I can just measure. I'm gonna do, I think I did 5 inches. So yeah, I'll go 5 inches, 5 inches by 5 inches by 5 inches. So I hope that makes sense. You're literally just making a square and cutting it out of the fabric. Now, what I do recommend, you can do a regular pair of scissors, but it will fray that way, which isn't a big deal. Like I said, it gives you a little bit of character to it. I have these shears. It kind of looks like a zigzag here. And this cut is supposed to prevent it from fraying as easy. So I'm cutting with these, but I will show you my 5 by 5 jar topper in a second. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. It just lets YouTube know that you like this video, and it helps this little channel get seen to more viewers like you. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. I share videos on everything homemaking, homesteading, homeschooling, and more. So if that's something you're interested, be sure to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.